Ho ho boardies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and this is Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, episode 54. Alright. Okay. The 5th class trial has finished. Finito. The killer of Nagito was revealed to be Chiaki. But that was an accident. Also, she was the traitor. But she was also nice. Like, she didn't seem to be wanting to hurt anybody, so... So what does the word traitor mean in this context? A traitor to who exactly? To us or to Monokuma? It's confusing. But what's more confusing is since Nagito died, we saw a video that Nagito had planned to come out after the trial. But other than that, the island has been glitching out. There's been corrupted text, visual blips, but namely characters who were thought to be dead, apparently like appearing like virtual ghosts. Is Danganronpa the Matrix? I guess we're about to find out as we go to the ancient ruin to open it with the password given to us by Nagito, which is 11037, which seems familiar because we've seen it before. It's the same numbers that were the clue that Leon was the Black One way back in Trigger Happy Havoc. What is going on? So, let's go and let's go straight to the ancient ruin. Okay, not this room. I'd like to go outside. Oh. Okay. Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry up to the ancient ruin on the second island. Okay. So it doesn't say anything there. Denise? Is that always said that? That's weird. It's like the game's breaking. Ruins. Somehow, it's quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? But what's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you?
There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
Ah, if you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Young master for you.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Okay, so the glitching has not stopped. Now then, let's go forward together.
The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
And everyone else isn't really reacting as if it's... Everyone's reacting as if it's normal, I feel like, apart from maybe Hajime.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order.
Oink, 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 oink.
What was that?
I told her that you only understand piggy talk.
I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password, please. Yeah, I know. Okay. 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a showing future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. What is going to happen in the ancient ruin? Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. The future. Okay.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way... Huh? Where did everyone go? Hmm? Everyone?
So Sonia's noticed that people were there. What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world? Oh. Is the glitching because this countdown's gone down? Ooh. Stage clear? Very weird. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. End. Okay, it's all weird now. To be continued. Obtain present. You obtained a present gamer's backpack. Okay, let's save. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. This is totally unpredictable at this point. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Oh, it's Nagito. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now. Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid smile. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Kameyada. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that... Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Oh, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly... That's because I have luck as well. Is that Margito? Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess? Huh. I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us. Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Ah, sorry. Often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Ah, perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But, what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they've already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Oh. Then, will I be able to see her again? She's got nice little fingernails. Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fibre of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hate? Then explain your hand. Ah, this. The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing I've successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy? I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. Ah, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that, I... Wait. Huh? Do I... hate her? That's strange. Ah, look out the window, we're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but... I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to be getting along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along. Oh, you really don't play along, do you? Who was that talking? Heading to the school trip. End. Okay. That was just like a little flashback. Huh? What is this? Another door. It's a door. There's a door. Huh! A door! Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? This is how the game started. Where am I supposed to go? I'm gonna see everybody again. Huh. Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. Weird. It's just like before. When we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Oh.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Is it going to look exactly like Trigger Happy Havoc? Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But, why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Anything weird in here? A violin. This is exactly the same room. Is he going to say the same thing? What is this? In a normal classroom there'd be a window, but instead there's this iron plate bolted here. When I tried knocking on it with my fist, looks like it's pretty thick. It's a pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped in? What the heck? This place, where iron plates are covering the windows inside the classrooms. Is it really Hope's Peak Academy? Okay, leave here. Old building. Oh yeah, it's kind of looks a bit like it. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go, and definitely clear things up. A couple of doors look weird. Okay, I guess I can't go in there. The spare hotel. Can't go that way. There's weird eyes on the AV room. Okay. Okay, I guess I've only got one place to go. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. Cower away. And so I brace myself and cautiously open the door. Again with a glitch in. What does it mean? Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Okay. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of the door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo,
You heard the announcement and came here too. You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something.
that is...
That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right. Anyway, you look at it. It's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy? You.
Hey, where are we? Would you lock us up this time?
What a shock! I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy.
of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What's left of it?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that?
I don't believe it.
But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for.
What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm pretty sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now.
Someone?
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this bullshit, just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard?
No, I'm not certain of my memories. I believe we entered the ancient ruins and...
In other words...
It means... I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin.
What do you mean between?
Hey.
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my! Your mind's getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good. Very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment.
Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is this graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm feeling really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
are you sure?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet.
Oh. Main cast.
Hey,
Meaning, you guys are just extras until a guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already! Hurry up and start researching the outside world!
What do you mean?
I've dispersed all the teacher materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but... all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during the field trip.
And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world. Main cast. Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept on insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do you make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this.
What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? Did we never leave? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it. Why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody, that's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out.
Sorry, it's nothing.
I
I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey!
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Shiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So, they're not World Ender. Then we really were tricked by Monokuma.
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on the island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be our allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she was still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help.
So, what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do a graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we've been?
Alright!
Alright, I'm gonna do it!
Prepare yourself.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn something about Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine.
Hey!
Hey, we can't go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let us all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes! He's right, for once. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy. None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey, hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already?
What are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building.
Well, I just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're already going.
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It'll be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
alright!
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at a green light. Who says that? If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're pathetic.
Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too.
Huh.
Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then, let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later.
With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia?
Miss Sonia!
Miss Sonia! Please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone.
Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed, and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual, peaceful, everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Is there anything here? Nothing here? Okay, let's just go. Old building, 5th floor. Oh, okay. We've gone to the 5th floor. Huh? That's weird. This is the whole way I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Hello, Sonia. This hallway. There's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Okay. Where can I go? You gonna let me go in here? In the dojo? Okay, you let me go in here. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. There's a book. What's this? Is this a manga? The title of it is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this?
Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person.
So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. History of Hope's Peak Academy. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's the introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. That's supposed to be Monomi. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni, is that how you say that? Are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen throughout a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Oh, aye. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy, so this is how Hajime got in, earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Okay. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about the things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course.
Huh?
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? Well, you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too.
What do you want me to say?
By the way,
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student.
Damn it, what the heck? Obtain Truth Bullet. Reserve Department has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Alright. Anything else in here I need to look at? Probably not, right? There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. A locker. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block. Keys sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. And then there's this. The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Hyoko and Pekka were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. For their sakes as well, I'll definitely go home. Can I leave? Yes, I can. What else we got that I can look at? I've just been there. Can I go in here? No. Okay. What else was on the 5th floor? Hello, Hajime. Not Hajime. What's your name? Kazuichi. Okay. Can't go into the bio lab. Where can I go then? In the dojo. Is there a map here? No, it's not the map. No. Can I look at my pet? How's my pet doing? He's doing alright. Dojo. This way? 5A. Classroom 5A. Oh, it's another manga. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah, in the first game, this is the room where everyone was dead. Everyone had been killed. There was evidence of a massive murder, right? Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? Who's that? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuri Kamakuru. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible accident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. Was that Nagato? That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy destruction. Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to the horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. My god. Works cited, Danganronpa, 0. Oh, okay, that's what we just watched before. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy.
What irony! For a genius known as the Ultimate Hope to cause such a gruesome incident! A talent like this is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. Oh, you should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But, Ultimate Hope? Nagato mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagato said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right. The reserve department. Here it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way I have no reason to do something like that. Obtain truth bullet. Tragedy of Hope's Peak has been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Old building, 5th floor. So that's closed off still. That's still open. Yeah, still open. That's closed. Is our bio lab open now? Maybe? Yes. Boom, 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 boom. It's really weird visiting all these places. What the hell is with this room? Oh, there's a little Monokuma. I see him. It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Poof.
I've been found.
I got you. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Looks pretty scary. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Oh, okay. Was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. So is Hajime the ultimate despair? The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. The movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what was happening, what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etat began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never remember. The tragedy will never end. Okay, weird. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favourite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way! Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough. What is this messed up manga?
I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that. Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during the period has been completely removed from your brains.
This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it. There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer from it. Or for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Another flashback. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. There's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps. No, that's definitely it. Obtain Truth Bullet. The tragedy has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they were devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organisation isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the ultimate despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called ultimates. Is Junko back? Then are the killings were really involved and connected to them as well? That sentence wasn't written correctly. It's no use, I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Okay. Phew, that was close, I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Okay, so is there just one room that we need to explore? This one? No. Let me just see if there was a Monokuma thing in here. I feel like if they were going to hide something, it'd be in here. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Can't see. Can't see it here. No. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so where do we have to... Here. This is new, right? Classroom 5B. Oh, hello. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Is there a manga in here? I guess not. It says despair on the wall.
Just when I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why.
Oh, I wonder why.
It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot.
I don't want to do that either. Okay, well, I may as well.
Hiya!
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I get bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for not telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the very beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a Zumba wrestler who doesn't like eating Hot Pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about the ultimate despair.
Huh?
Ahem. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
Junko, right? A high school girl.
yes, indeed.
Yeah, there we go.
Lady Junko Inoshima.
Junko Inoshima.
Hey,
As for the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was really only one. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me!
Hold on a sec. I don't want to know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. I don't know what they are. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with the philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So even her recruiting... No, she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat.
And what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
hey,
It was Junko Inoshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, their hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs had been recruited, became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to their children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
Do you know about the final days of the reserve corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy?
Final days.
in other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass unalivement.
Mass unalivement.
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students. Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. You, Hajime.
One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me?
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko Inoshima. It doesn't scare me at all, I mean. Junko Inoshima is already dead.
Huh? Obtain Truth Bullet. Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. How do you know that? Fuyuhiko. Obtain the Truth Bullet. Reserved Departments has been updated in your handbook. Check the Truth Bullet menu to review it. Whoa, okay, that looks like another episode of Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching. What on earth is going to happen now? Like, what is the game that we're playing? Is it The Matrix or something? I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning. But thank you for watching. I will see you next time on Borderline Games. Playing Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Farewell. Bye-bye.